not even gonna sit up there, man, and waste no time getting up into this motherfucker. The
Mm.
U.S. Coast Guard says Canadian aircraft has detected noises near Titanic wreckage during search for missing submarine. Man, whenever I saw that, I was just kind of like, yes, you know what I mean? Because this
Yeah,
is just one of the things that we've been looking for. We want to know that you know they're still out there. We want to know that everything is still kind of intact. We want to be able to hear noises. That's going to let us know that they're near. So whenever I saw that, I was like, man, this is incredible news.
yeah,
And I was just thinking after that, we was going to end up seeing, you know, seeing them get up out of there. That's just kind of
yeah.
what I was thinking, man. What was on your mind, bro? Whenever you saw this,
I mean, my thing was they got about like 10 more hours before they to find them motherfuckers.
right?
But when I had seen this and talking about they hearing noises, I was like, yeah, nigga, that's some sea creatures that they out there hearing. Big like Moby Dicks and shit like that. Big what's that big Meg type shit from that
Right,
movie and shit. That's what y'all hear. You hear
right.
sea creatures, dog. That's what that is.
Yeah,
But
man.
hopefully they do. I mean, they got like 10 hours, bro. But I mean, it's looking grim. You feel me? Like, I mean, hope they get their ass up out of there.
Right,
They in a
right.
tight spot.
No, most definitely, man. Most definitely. They do have, less than 11 hours of oxygen supply left. And this is crazy because as we, edge into overnight and, you know what I mean? This is where it's kind of going to be finalized on, you know, the news on this, man. It's going to be dark, you know, as we know, it's going to be dark. Uh, and when it's dark, it's even more, harder for individuals to be found because, man, there's no sunlight. But even where they are, way down there at the bottom,
Yeah,
there's no sunlight down there. Once they got, uh, down there, I'm not gonna say, how far or whatever, but I know once they got down there a good ways down there, man, there was no more light, and the only light that they were going to have was going to be pretty much off of, of the submarine. So my whole thing is, if there's no light on the submarine, they're just really just down there sitting in pitch dark. You can't even see the damn Titanic wreckage. You dig? If there's
yeah.
no light. So we just really, I don't know, man. We really hoping for the best. In this particular situation, man. Um, but I'm gonna go ahead and
Now,
play this for the people, though. So that they can see that. What was you gonna say, YP?
I mean, I done seen a couple of people talking about uh they trying to distract us from some other shit. Like everything ain't a conspiracy theory, bro. Like some people really just be doing like wild shit, and then this is the come of it. So
Right,
they talk about they think niggas is using this for a distraction. Like man, y'all tripping. Like
right, right,
everything ain't a conspiracy. Like some folks is just really dumb and make dumb decisions. Now
right.
I do hope that they get found or whatnot, but if they don't get found, I hope that they had like since they billionaires, I hope they had like their wills and their estates set in order for their families, because I feel like doing these type of trips that before you even sign on to do this type of trip, you should kind of have like that should be set in stone, like the consequences. So you have to have your shit set in order just for your family and shit.
Facts, facts.
But it's just wild that people go to these parameters to just go see to do wild shit. Like
Right,
always in some bullshit.
facts, man. And Meek Mill ended up touching on the subject a little bit, man, and he said, "I can't see a wealthy man doing this with no extreme backup plans. With your son. Not saying it's fake, but the way y'all run the same clips in media, not even working on the average minds anymore. All types of stuff going on in the world. Y'all headlining with no real info. Um, First off, I'm gonna touch on that a little bit because he said he can't see a wealthy man doing this with no extreme backup plans. And honestly, he kind of has a point with that. You know what I'm saying? As a wealthy man, you would think these individuals have, another level of intelligence where, once they saw the controller, it would be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Just things like that. And just making sure that everything was going to be in line. And one of the things that I mean on that is, um, you know, let's say that we lose connection once we go down there, man, and we lose connection. The people up top, what I mean, they can't see where we're going. They can't see our GPS and things of that nature. They don't know where the fuck we are. What happens then? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
What are we gonna do then? And I feel like if you don't know that outcome, then there's just absolutely no reason on why you should be doing that. But whenever you are with so-called, professionals and things of that nature, and then the CEOs and people that actually own this motherfucker, you really feel more secure. Like I'm actually going down here with individuals, what I mean, that do this, that's been down here many times and stuff like that. So um man, it's just a crazy thing. It's just a crazy thing. Let me go ahead and also point out the fact that Lil Duval, man, he touched on the fact that, 'cause if you know Lil Duval, man, you know that he's always doing some wild shit. And he said, "This is why I really can't say what he said. This is why I really can't say them folks in that submarine stupid because I really would have done the same thing had I had the money or opportunity. I actually looked into it when they first started offering it, but now that I've seen this happen, I think I'm a chill. I'll just stick to 100 feet. Ain't nothing to see past that anyway, honestly. But shipwrecks. The deepest I've been is 130 feet. I think maybe a little deeper. Um, I like the fact that Lil Duval ended up saying that, bro, because um, he just kind of he brought the realisticness into it. You got a lot of people, like on Facebook, just saying all type of wild shit, making a whole lot of jokes of it. But the truth of the matter is that it's easy to make a joke, on some shit, or just say that you're not going to do some shit after you see the aftermath of it. You know what I'm saying? But before you even see the aftermath of it, all this shit sounds good. It's like, what I mean? Like you and I, we both kind of can agree that, we probably wouldn't do nothing like that. However, there's a lot
yeah,
of individuals, what I mean, that actually would have done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it was free. You know what I mean?
I
This would have been something that a lot of niggas, what I mean, would have done. What you think about that, bro?
don't give a damn how much money it was costing if it was free or not. My black ass ain't doing that shit. But I see what Duval talking about. He talking about 100 something feet. Them motherfuckers is beyond that. They like I,
Right.
I forgot how many feet down there. They like that's crazy.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. They
they
down there.
yeah, like they down there.
And,
So
and it's crazy that you say that, YP, because I'm going to go ahead and play this clip just so that we can kind of get an idea of how far they are down there. 1 second.
Well, as searchers try to find the missing submersible that may be nearly 13,000 feet below the surface, we want to give you some perspective on how deep underwater this vessel may be. Now, consider this. The Statue of Liberty is 305 feet tall. The Eiffel Tower, just under 1,000 feet tall. The world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, is more than 2,700 feet tall. The Grand Canyon rises up to 6,000 feet tall. If you double the height of the Grand Canyon and add a little more, that's how deep underwater this missing sub may be.
Wow. So 12,500 feet deep. They are way down there, man.
man, they down there where you not supposed to be, dog. Like,
Facts.
come on, man. They talking about they hearing things. I be watching movies, bro. I remember they seen that new Godzilla movie. They talk about you go all the way down there to the bottom, man, and you ain't Godzilla's dead, like type shit. So that's where they at, nigga. They ain't Godzilla's dead. So them
Wow,
noises that
man.
they hearing and shit, that ain't them, nigga. Them is real live animals that niggas have never sea creatures niggas ain't seen before or never heard of.
Man,
Like
man.
y'all down there with some shit, boy. Like y'all done fucked up this time.
Man. Sad, man. Sad,
Y'all done jumped
sad,
into some
sad.
shit that y'all can't jump back from. So
No,
like
these.
this shit sad, but at the same time, nigga, you just gotta ask yourself, was it worth it? Like I don't really think that you would ask them if they was to they find them, and if they would ask them if it was worth it, I'm pretty sure they'd be like, hell nah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think that they would say that it was worth it. You know what I mean? At all. I really just, you know what I mean? Because what we seeing, man, it definitely wasn't worth it. You know what
Hell
I mean?
nah.
Especially when you were supposed to only go down there for what 8 hours, and so once 8 hours passed and you didn't come back up, I don't think it was worth it. You know
Hell
what I mean?
nah.
I just really, don't think that it was worth it, man. But we still sitting up there, man. We're praying for these guys, and we're still hoping, for the best. Um, as we keep on talking about this particular topic, I
Go
want to
get
go
him,
ahead
Joe.
and share a clip here with you guys, and I want to know what y'all think about this, man. We're gonna go ahead and tap in real quick with Cardi B.
Okay, so one of the billionaires that's missing on the water from that submarine ship, one of the billionaires, their stepson, is at a concert, right? At a Blink 182 concert. And people is like, well, what is he supposed to do? Be sad at the house? Is he supposed to go look for himself? Yes. You're supposed to be at the house sad. You're supposed to be crying for me. You're supposed to be right next to the phone waiting to hear any updates about me. You're supposed to be counseling your mom and shit. Like, isn't it sad that you a whole fucking billionaire and nobody gives a fuck about you? Like you missing and motherfuckers ready to shake dicks at concert. That's crazy. I'd rather be broke. I'd rather be broke than like and poor, but knowing that I'm loved. Like
Wow. So what you got to say about that, YP?
Hey man, it just go about the hey niggas. Sometimes people just be like, hey, that ain't me. I
Well,
mean,
that is the stepson. First off, I will say that it was the
but
stepson.
maybe he had this conversation. How old is it? Depends on how old he is. Is he
Right.
grown? I mean,
I want to say he's grown because, and let me tell you why I would say that he's grown,
what
because
concert
this
this
was
nigga was at?
we went to a Blink 182 concert.
Oh, he couldn't miss that one, boy. That's
Right,
once in a lifetime.
and this is why I say he's grown, because this was, you know, his response to what Cardi ended up saying. What a piece of shit, trashy celeb. Cardi B trying to get out of my family's sick suffering. I went to a Blink 182 concert for coping rather than sitting at home and watching the news. Shame on you, Cardi. Get some sleep. Nigga said class, but he called her a piece of shit, trashy celeb, and he said to get clout. You know what I mean? Off of what's your thoughts on that, bro?
I mean, Cardi gonna say what she wanna say. I mean, he you got valid though, cause it's kind of like when people deal with. I mean, we can't say that man nobody's pronounced dead right now because we don't know, but people deal with tragedy different. So I mean, I can understand the fact that if you sitting at home all day and you seeing the news and shit, and you don't want to see the same shit, so you need to do something to occupy and get your mind off of that. So I mean, it kind of makes sense. I mean, to
Right,
me, people deal with tragedy different. To me, I don't want to sit there and look at the same thing all day, the whole time if I know that's really what's going on. So I probably will like. I mean, I feel no difference between some probably people need a different outlet. So like maybe me, I'll get on a video game or something just so I can keep my mind off it for the time. That don't mean I ain't thinking about it, but I just don't.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be sit there stuck with it all day at the time. I gotta let my mind rest. So I
Facts.
feel where he coming from.
Facts. And I feel where both of them is coming from. I definitely feel where Cardi B is coming from as well, because it's kind of like, damn, nigga, you all at the concert and shit, nigga, we lost. You know what I mean? Like, and yo ass at the concert talking about how, you went over there so that you can cope with everything. I mean, I get it because you're not doing nothing but sitting back waiting on an update, but I definitely get where Cardi B is coming from, and
They got
you
the
know,
time of his life.
Yeah, he over there dancing and shit. These niggas out there, you know what I mean? Like doing the mosh pit and shit. Meanwhile, while your ass, 12,500 feet down, hoping that somebody come sit up there and, come for your, just to come sit up there and get your ass up out of there. So it's like, I definitely see, where the both of them are coming from. But moving on,
Maybe,
man. Go ahead.
maybe he knows something we don't know.
Nah, facts. Maybe he knows something that we don't know, man. For sure, that's a good one. But
Maybe
yeah,
this is insurance fraud or some shit like that.
you never know. My thing is that it has been a whole lot of billionaires that have came up missing, and it's seeming like this is just happening like all the time. This is happening like at least every 2 weeks or once a month. You know what I mean? But it's definitely happening a whole lot. Nigga, billionaires is coming up missing, man. Billionaires is getting stabbed. Like billionaires is just, you know what I mean? Like they going on trips and just not coming back. It's just
Yeah, way
all
too
type of
frequent.
shit. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on, man. But prayers to them and really, really hoping that we get some damn good news, man, as overnight pretty much comes in. You know what I mean? So prayers to them, man, because this is very serious, man. We can make jokes all day, but the truth is that it's just a real situation. We talking about real lives, like we talking about shit that people really would have done if they would have had the funds or if it was free and what I mean, there would have been some clout that came from it, and all of that. So, what I'm saying, all jokes aside, this is a very real situation and we should sit up there, man, and send all of the love and prayers out, to the family and to the ones that are involved.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
broke. So I'm glad I'm broke. I ain't got to do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I ain't got the money for it.
right. Moving on, man. Moving on, moving on, moving on, moving on.